James is working on the weekend. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Finally, the second episode of Working on the Weekend went out today, Friday. Didn't find no yard sales, so I stopped at a thrift store and picked up a few items. Spent a total of $66. So we're gonna get into what sold in a minute. But where are we now on this venture? So if you watch my daily videos, when something sells, I tell you when it's part of the Working on the Weekend series. So I won't go through that really today, except for what it was. We had a plush, had a DVD, had 2 CDs, had some baseball pants, some uniform pants for baseball players, and another pair of the buckle jeans. Then with the $66 spent today, we are negative $50.49. So we were up $16 before I spent today. So working on the weekend. Sorry, all the noise. Got planes going over. Got the air conditioning running out there. All right. So yeah. So let's get into see what I got. So everything here today, it averaged to $3.33 a piece, so that is average. So you're going to see a couple of these first couple of things are not going to be worth it at that Oh, they were no. I think they might be. I think they might be. I think these are going to sell. Naughty Grizzly hats, new, without tags. Yeah, I got 1, 2, 3, 4 of those. And then I got this Huggy Wuggy. I got 4 of those. Again, new without tags. So hopefully I can get about $15 a piece out of those. So we'll see. That's what I'll probably try to squeeze if they're not worth more. We'll see. First pair is probably a problem. I saw 505 and thought 501 and just threw them in my cart and didn't comprehend till later. And it was already too late. So some 505 men's denim jeans. Those are probably going to be like $10 or so. So get that out of the way now. So next up we've got some Michael Kors men's slacks, new with tags here. So we got just some brown colored slacks, nothing major there. Next up, we've got some Cabela's lined jeans. Hopefully these are worth something. I always grab the lined jeans, so we got the Cabela brand lined, and so I'm not sure what they're going to be worth. Actually, most of this stuff I don't know what's going to be worth. So everything could just suck ass. So, and then I did actually find a pair of 501 button fly denim jeans with a little extra piece on them. So, yeah, don't get that. This I just grabbed because it was on a cart they just pulled out, and I was struggling to find anything today. It's Chico's brand, but the print made me grab it. So it's a jacket, women's jacket, with a cool print all around it. So average $3.33, so should make some money off that. This brand I knew nothing about, but I like the whole. It looks like it's part raised. If you look, I don't know if you can tell, like the green overlaying parts look like they're raised, so it looks like a nice quality. Here's the name. Not familiar with the name, so. And a cool color, pink and green. I'm like, that's gotta be worth more than what I'm gonna pay for it, right? This was also on that cart that came out. Pilcrow and something. And the letterpress. It's a cool denim jacket with all the beadwork and stuff on it. Oh, that was pretty cool. So hopefully there's some value there. This was also on that rack that came out. And we got a Tommy windbreaker with the hilt ferret on the side. So, nice bright yellow. This I never heard of, but I'm like, it's a cool jacket. Hopefully it's worth something. Akira brand, shopakira.com. It's like a varsity style jacket. So I thought that was cool for $4. I'm grabbing that. Average $3.33. And I always grab all these hockey jerseys when I find them. So I'm not familiar with the Voyagers, so I'll look them up. And it was also apparently a player's jersey. And the cool thing, the thing that I search for, or going to search for, is who is this person? Because we have a lot of hockey players that come out of St. Louis. So is this somebody who's making his way up the ranks? Do I hang on to this because maybe one day he makes it to the NHL, right? So that's why I always grab all these local hockey jerseys, whether they got a name on them or not. But with the name, I go the extra step to decide, do I put it up now? If I can find that person, do I hang on to it to see if they become somebody? Because imagine if you had somebody who's a breakout star in the NHL and you have one of their jerseys they started with. Who knows the money you could get out of something like that? So depending on how big the player becomes. So, I'll always get that stuff. I won't pass any of that stuff up ever. So a lot of these brands I'm just taking chances on, because like clothes, when it comes to brand name stuff or name stuff period, I'm just not my strong suit. This is Stafford Essentials, but it just stood out because it's corduroy and what have you. So, and for $4, I figured it was worth the risk. So cool imprint on the inside, paisley going on. And then lastly, another Chico's jacket, big old long jacket this time, with the cool blue going on. So that was definitely, I feel, hopefully worth $4. So we shall see. What's your favorite piece? What piece do you think I did the best on? We're gonna find out. All right. So that's it. I'll close basically this weekend. They didn't really have much of hard goods and stuff. Looked like they were rearranging the store, getting rid of all the big furniture, because they used to have a big spot for furniture and it just sat. So they put in more shelving and stuff. So hopefully they'll get more stuff in then. So, but this weekend I'm working on clothes and hats and toys for my clothing store. So nice start to get me motivated to get some stuff listed into there this weekend. So biggity bam. So that's it. Nice and simple this weekend. So be nice if one or two of these is a 24-hour sale. That'd be nice. But we'll see. All right, that's it. I'm going back to work. Thanks everybody. See you all in the next video. Later.